Hello everybody, welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. I had to pause for a second there because I normally read which channel I'm on from underneath, and I've realised I've got it on Dawn is Live. So you all know, if it's your first time here, my name is Dawn. So welcome everybody to my channel. And don't forget, if you want to do StreamYard lives and you want to pay for the things you can use in StreamYard, then I do have a discount code which you will find under this live. Once the live's been posted, you will see it under the live. Just click on the discount and you will get $10 discount when you spend 25 euros. So you will get your credit then, but make sure you click on the discount before applying to pay for anything in StreamYard. So we normally begin Wednesday lives with how am I feeling, and I will just do an update on that later on, all the things that have been going on here. But instead of doing that, what we're doing today is asking, how are you feeling? So I hope you will let me know either in the live chat, or if you're watching this back later, let me know in the comments below, how are you feeling and why? And if you go on my community post page, you will see I've actually also asked you, what is your favorite emoji and why? If you can answer with the emoji icon picture, that would be great too. So go on my chat there in the community post, or just in my general comments, and let me know your favorite emoji and why. And in the house today, we have Shirley from Glitter World. And do go and check out her channel, as it says, because not only is she growing a new garden, but she's also growing herself. A great positive spirit happening there. So well done, Shirley. And let's start today with the first section we're going to talk about. like those little interlude and title bits I make, if you'd like me to make them for your channel, something in return, then I would be very pleased to make them for you. I love doing them, whether it be, I do countdowns, different ones on all my channels. So if you look at any of my lives, each channel has got a different countdown, different intros, outros, little interludes. If you'd like me to do those for you, I would be very pleased to do it with something back for a little gratitude for doing them. But I love doing them, and I've actually filled up this whole side panel of stuff now. I'm not going to add anymore. I might change about a few different bits here and there, but I don't know how many you can actually load. I must have about 50 down the side of the permanent fixtures. So anyway, on to what am I reading? And last time I showed this book, which is, I found out, Olivia Jewels and the Overactive Imagination. And as I said before, this is by Helen Fielding, who is the author of both the Bridget Jones stories, and she actually did a lot of writing for the films and other titles as well. I did read the first day to you before I started reading it, a little bit on the back, and I said it sounded like it was going to be a bit cheesy, but having not read the Bridget Jones books, but seeing the films and enjoying them, I thought I'd give it a go. Well, this is how far in I am. So the bottom is how much I've read so far. I'm quite a way in, which is always a good sign. I did start reading it and I was like, oh, this is just silliness, like silly, almost like a pre-teenage book, let's say, just silly. And I thought, well, persevere. So I do give books a chance, and then it got a bit more interesting. And then something happened. I can't say a lot to you because if you want to read it, I don't want to spoil it, except to say, keep reading it. Something happened that's making it more of a proper story rather than a bit of silliness. So, yes, I don't know how old she's supposed to be, Olivia Jewels, because she's working, but she seems worse than a scatterbrain, just like stupid. I don't know how on earth she's even got to where she is in life, basically. But yes, persevere. So far, I would have started off with a 3 out of 10, but I give it to you the score where I'm up to now, and I would say 7 out of 10. There's still little silly quirks in it, but there is a background story now to it as well. I just wish they cut the silliness out of it. It could be a good story, actually. So, but for now, we'll say a 7. We'll say a 7, and we'll see how it goes from there. And as I always say, these aren't new books. I don't know when this one was written, but you can always order from your library or go and look in a library if you're somewhere that's lucky enough that you have a library. Not like me. These are from friends given to me. This is first published 2003. So it should be in libraries. But as I say, if you're interested, then go and get it. Go and see if you can borrow it from a library. So that's the first section of today, and let's get on with the next update. Awesome things I can do with my little interludes and themed titles. I love doing them. So what am I doing now? We'd finished the cross stitch apron. We finished the garden cross stitch that went in a frame. If you haven't seen the end results of those, don't worry. On my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, I have done the aprons up. It's from start to finish, one video, and obviously not sitting there showing every single thing. Literally, as I did something, I took a photo, so it's not time lapse, but it's picture of each bit of the creation. I have done photographs of the garden picture, but I don't think I've edited that, or I've edited it and not posted it. I get lost what I'm doing. So I know that's not up yet, so that will be up soon. So do check out Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And do check out the lives there. We have pop-ups on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then a set time on Fridays. So 3 lives there. So if you enjoy my lives, again, each live is completely different. So do check them all out. What am I making now? Well, this is a picture of the kit, and I've adapted it. But this is a picture of the kit. Aerobics. And it's got words at the bottom: jog, stretch, touch toes, arm rotations, jump rope. Now, as you may or may not know, I had a stage school. I ran stage schools all over the south of England, and I wanted this to go up in the dance studios, my main dance studio. Well, I never got to that because I was working 7 days a week doing various dance things, but I am finishing it finally. It reminds me of my sister. She was doing, I don't know, it wasn't embroidery. I'm not sure what she was doing it from, but she was making soft cubes like building bricks, but of fabric with sponge inside, and like dice, but with letters of the alphabet and a picture on the side, so you could play with them, make words and find the picture to go with it. I think she was doing numbers as well, so you could do sums. And she started making that for, I believe, her first child. She has 5 children. They're all grown up now, and I don't think her project was finished. I have to ask her when I speak to her next. So this is one of those projects not been quite as long. So anyway, what I wanted to do is do the bears more like dance and keep fit, but in the dance uniform. So this is how far I got with it. So they're at the bar, and I had to do the dance uniform colours. So it's not quite finished. You can see their faces aren't there, and there's some outlining to do on that one. So it's not too far to complete. It was quite hard to adapt it. I think that was my first ever project of trying to actually adapt a pattern, if you like. It's not that far different, but of course it is different. So that is my adaptation. I'll show you the real picture in a minute again so you can see, but you can see I actually basically used the pattern and then drew outlines where I wanted their leotards to go, and I didn't want trainers, and I wanted leg warmers on some. So you can see I've drawn how I want the straps of the leotards for those that wear it, headbands. And obviously I'm not going to use a skipping rope, and I'm not going to do the words underneath. And I don't think I'm going to do the top word. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So here again, to remind you, is the real picture. So you can see they're not all wearing leotards. They're in tops and bottoms, and obviously I couldn't have their body suddenly sticking out. I wasn't going to do the T-shirt on this one. And yeah, so you can see I've got the faces to do and the light colour around their face. So there's still a little bit more to do. As I say, I'm not going to do these bottom words. I just wanted it really as to go up for dancing. Now, I'm always very careful when I run my dance studios to not have things boys, girls specifically, or age. So our logo was always not for just ballet. It was something, whoever came, whatever age, whatever lesson, the logos were suitable. So there. Hey, Nunya Texas on the back 20 is in the house. So you know what that means, guys, what you're going to see now. Do you know? How long have you been on this channel? So Nunya, check out the channel. So check out Nunya Texas on the back 20 and see what's going on over there. So don't forget as well that I'm trying to start this Friday. I do a live on my other channel on Friday as a pop-up, which is Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. But I'm also going to attempt, I've got everything ready for it, to do my first live on my dance channel. So here's a little promo for that. Oops, I forgot I took myself down then because that has side panels on. I can't leave myself up. So, oops, I took myself away then. It's busy typing. And I must say, I appreciate all of you who thank me for promoting your channels. Thank you. But I thank you for being here. So, of course, I'm going to promote your channels. So let's go on to the next bit of theme catch-up. Okay, it's a bit of a one today. Did you know? Did you know the bigger the company or department, let's say it's government or social media or authorities, the bigger they are, if you win a lawsuit against them, then the bigger the payout. But the downside is you have to sign to say you will not speak about it or tell anyone else about it. Why? Well, because then everyone will go, me too, me too, me too. So it's pretty annoying, really. So let me just say this. If you're having situations with your government, your state, certain departments, social media, anything and everything, do keep battling on. You'll feel no one is in your court, in your team helping you along, because they also state if you're going through legal battles, you mustn't tell anyone. And if you choose to have a lawyer or solicitor involved, you don't know if they're actually going to mention it to someone. So they can then cite that they've heard that you have mentioned it, or someone you've told, i.e. your lawyer, has mentioned it, and it's got back to them through the grapevine. So therefore, you won't get a payout, i.e. don't involve a lawyer. And as I say, the bigger the company or whatever, then the more they're going to try not to let you win. But let me just tell you guys, you will win if you persevere. If it's for a small amount of money, say you're trying to get back, persevere. Because if there's 1,000 or 10,000 people all thinking, it's only a little bit of money, is it worth my effort? Well, that's why they're probably picking on you guys to not pay out, because if they pay 10,000 people £100, €100, $100, you add that up. So of course they're going to pick on the small guys because they think you won't keep going to get the money back. So my advice for today is, whatever it is, keep at it, keep going. It will wear you down, but just think about that smile on your face when you win. So that's my did you know information for today. So what's happening in my garden? Not a lot. I've been so busy with my appointments, my therapy, and I've got hospital appointments coming up, and I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to use my spare time to keep my own channel going, because that's my switch off from thinking about all what's going on with me right now. So I apologise if I've not been on your channel lately. I seem to always be saying I will catch up, and I always do. But when I catch up, something else occurs. So if I haven't been on your channel for a while, please don't forget me. But I've just built my channel up. I don't want to waste all that effort and see decline. So I'm going to give any free time I've got to getting my channels forward, progressing. And as I say, particularly the lives, it takes my mind off of things. So that's my update on my garden, except to say it is still extremely hot here. So I get up really early in the morning, as soon as the sun's up and I can see what I'm doing in the garden. I go out, and because of the heat, I have to water practically everything, even the things that I don't normally need to water. So obviously I need to keep alive things that go in, but I can't be doing new growing. So all I have done, I planted the other day, I think it was 43 potatoes, and all that needed was I've got a great big Hugel bag, massive, like one of those delivery bags that you get sand in, one of those huge things that get lifted off with a crane. And I've got it filled only with straw, and I put 43 potatoes in it, and I just sprinkle that with water every day. Don't forget, potatoes don't like wet feet. So either plant them with lots of depth under them or water very sparingly. Keep them damp, but not wet, sitting in wet. The other thing is I did see today that I need to do some harvesting. I've got lots more zucchinis need harvesting and beetroots. So I must do some more beetroots for Mike. I must do some beetroots for Mike. I don't eat the beetroots. I don't like doing them. I have not plastic gloves. I don't know what they are. They're not latex, because I don't like latex, but you know, those sort of latexy fine, what you get with hair dye, those sort of, they're not paper gloves. Vinyl, Mike says, vinyl gloves. And when I've cooked them, I keep them in the saucepan, because even though I don't cut through the roots or the stem, the heads, the leaf heads, and by the way, always twist off the leaves. Don't ever cut leaves, twist the leaves off. And then when I've boiled them, I keep them in that pan, and then I peel them with my gloves over that pan of water, throw the gloves away. Oh, I chop them in there as well, so that all the dye is in there. And then I put them in a jar and preserve them, sliced up in a jar, preserve them. Mike puts, I think, vinegar on them and just keeps them. I only do enough for like a few days for him, because he doesn't eat them every day. And then I just throw the gloves away and throw the water away. So with the skin, and it goes all in the compost. So that's basically my only update of the garden. I am trying to give myself a garden day tomorrow. I don't like to say that out loud, because every time I say that, something happens to me. Either have a problem, or the other day I had another fall and something happens. So I don't like to say, oh, garden day. So I don't know quite what I'm going to do. I've looked at the garden. There's like 50 million things that, oh, I'll just do that. I'll just do that. I'll just do that. There's so much to do. It's just getting prioritizing. As I say, it's the harvesting first and prepping all that stuff. Oh, I know what I will do tomorrow. I bought some more ice cube trays. If you saw my shopping haul, I got one with pink. They're like huge, round, probably about that size ice cube. Each hole is that size. And I've got 3 more, and I'm going to preserve more herbs. I will do that first. That will happen tomorrow. Preserving. Yes. Okay, let's move along to some more updates. So the foot manipulation for the trauma therapy, physio, that's going okay. We saw some slight improvement. I've been going twice a week and we saw some slight improvement. I've been doing it at home as well, and a lovely guy doing it. So I have some more booked in. I've taking medication as well for it at the same time. I'm doing absolutely everything, so that's going okay. Still have lots of pain, but it's intermittent and the areas move because, you know, I have problems in 3 areas of my foot, so that's intermittent, mostly after he's been messing about with it. And he actually did some ice at the end of the last treatment, and that is very painful. If you don't know, the ice draws out like problems, and he normally does that first or in between laser and ultrasound and other things he does, and he did it at the end, and I walked home in absolute agony from that. That's the worst bit. So I've got heat treatment. There's a lot of treatment I can't have that he wanted to do because my heart and my brain situation, and so I can't have anything like electrosis, electronic stuff, pulsing stuff. Some of you might know these TENS machines. They're actually very dangerous if you've got any heart problems or if you have head issues, migraines, anything like that. You shouldn't use anything pulsing. I can't have aromatherapy. As I said before, I'm not 100% sure why I wasn't have that. Maybe it's the senses, affects the brain, I don't know. So there's things he would do, but he can't do, but that's going pretty well. I do now have a date to go and have my internal situation looked at. That's just for a scan, and I will update you more on that as and when. As I say, my updates on me are always on this live on a Wednesday and my Friday live, because things are happening quite quickly now with so many visits. So my Friday live is on tranquility through life's natural beauty. Yes. Okay, let's move along. Let's do something more pleasant. Game. I didn't do a game last week. I had so much to say last week. If you like me just chatting on about all sorts of weird and wonderful things, go back to my last Wednesday live. That was a whole live of just chatting and catching you up with updates and things that are happening with YouTube, and so much going on. I think that was one of my longest lives, perhaps it seemed to be. I was just chatting, didn't have a chance to play a game or anything. So the game we're currently playing is Outburst. So if any of you want to get it, it is actually, you can play it on the board. If you're playing with people, you can play on the board and you go around the board. I'm just trying to open the box, struggling there. And basically you've got some questions and you can't really see them. Can you see the answers? See how you can't see them? The question's on the top. And we have a timer somewhere. And when the timer's up, there it is. There's the timer. When the timer's up, then that's the end of that question. So we have the timer there. And what you do is I say the subject, interpret it in your own way, because we played it a few weeks back and all of us on the chat and myself interpreted the question in a completely different way to the answer, to all the answers. So interpret it your own way, shout out or type in the answers. If you're watching this back later, you can still play because you still have the time limit, and you can shout out rather than obviously typing in the answers. Shout out as many answers as you can to the topic question, and then see how many you get right when I tell you the answers at the end. And I do have to be careful because some of these questions might not relate to all people. in all countries. So I do have to be careful when I pull one out, such as that. I don't know who will know England. Okay, let's try this one. So this question is things made of glass. So start typing in or shouting out how many things you can think of made of glass. And the time starts now. And I know you're behind me if you're in the chat, so I have to give you a little bit longer, or else I'm reading the answers out while you're still on the time of the questions. So things made of glass. So start shouting them out or typing them in if you want to play in the chat. So I'm going to say windows, magnifying glass, car windscreens, torches, it's not made entirely of glass, vases, glasses and glasses, water, bottles. Do we have to say all types of bottles? Wine bottles, milk bottles, babies' bottles? No, they're not glass, surely. Glass. Glass. What are those questions you think? Jam jars, mason jars. Oh, there's a thing in England, they're going to stop you saying jam jars, jam, because in England, any fruits made into jams, marmalade, are called jam. If it's orange, then it's called marmalade. In most European country, marmalade, marmalade, or any variation on that word are all jams. But in England, they're saying they're going to stop people using the word jam because they're taking away all English words slowly, slowly, cigar, cigar, as we say in Cyprus. So what is made of glass? Oh, egg timers. Jugs, you get Pyrex. Pyrex? Glass jugs. Just glass. How many of you are looking around the room now to try and think of things made of glass? Thermometers. What about thermometers? They're glass. Okay, time's up. Let's see what the answers here are. If you're playing at home, then you can give yourself 1 point for each answer you said that I read out. So if you're playing with other people, then keep a tally who gets the most of what I say, not what you've said, only if what you've said matches what I now read out. And it's very hard for me to read out even in here. Mirrors. I forgot mirrors. Bottles. I got bottles. Light bulbs. Did any of you get light bulbs? Windows. I hope we all got windows. Glasses. Yes, now any form of glasses, because the answer is glasses. So either these glasses or these glasses. Test tubes. Oh, let me know in the comments if any of you played later and you actually thought test tubes. Vases. I got vases. Aquariums. Oh, that's a good one. Ashtrays. Marbles. Oh, I didn't think of that because I lost mine a long time ago. Oh. Okay, let's play another one. Let's see what I can find for you. Oh, this is a good one. Mantelpiece items. So mantelpiece, what you put on the fireplace, the shelf on the fireplace, mantelpiece. I think that's a word everyone uses, is it not? In other countries, but when you have a fire in your house, the shelf on top is the mantelpiece. So go. Mantelpiece. Well, some people do balance pictures or mirrors on them. These days, people put TVs over their mantelpiece. I don't think that will be on there. Mantelpiece. Books. Letters. Some people used to have ornaments, I'll say ornament, and then stick all their letters behind it. So I'm going to say that. Maybe matches or a lighter for the fire. Vases. Does that come under ornaments? People just put on there. Some men used to have their pipes on there in the old days, and then they used to stand there with their pipes leaning on the mantelpiece. So I'm going to say pipe or pipe rack. Maybe tickets. If you've got bills, just bits of paper, maybe people put them on there. Candles and candelabras. Yes, that's a good one. Clocks. There was always clocks in the middle of the mantelpieces. Clocks. I don't know, let's say a trinket box. Wouldn't these all come under ornaments? They often had the dog statues, one each side, so you had matching ones like bookends, and you'd have matching ones each side on the mantelpiece. Let's see, time's up. So let's see what the answers were. So 1 point if you said any of these answers, not how many you said. Number 1, there's 10 answers here. Trophies. Number 2 is clock. Number 3, oh, I should have got this, photograph. I bet you all said photograph. Number 4, candles. I got that. Number 5, ornaments. Number 6, matches. I got that. Number 7, lights. Yes, lights. Number 8, flowers. Oh, yes, people put flowers on. Number 9, dust. I bet a lot of my funny YouTube friends said dust. That's the sort of thing I would say a lot of my YouTube friends would have said. So if you did say dust, let me know in the comments. And number 10, an urn. Yes, that's where people keep urns of ashes. Yes. Oh. Let's do another one. So this next one says dog something, fill in the blank. Now, we have seen from past experience, it could be more than one word. So it's not dog something, it could be dog but not that, because that doesn't make sense. So you can have multiple words afterwards, as it has in the past. I'm not saying that's going to be today, but it doesn't necessarily mean one word only. So let's go. Dog fight. Dog training. Dog food, Mike said. Can you get me some water, please, Mike? I forgot a drink. Dog kennel. Dog kennel. Is there something like dog days? Dog days? In the dog house, that's dog something. Dog bone. Dog walk. Dog tired. Dog tired. Do you have that phrase? Dog tired. I was watching a video the other day about idioms, and the mum was asking her 18 or 19-year-old daughter all the idioms, like calling the pot calling the kettle black and those kinds of things, and she had never heard of 99% of them. So they are getting lost, guys. Dog. Dog. Are you finding this one hard? Dog days? I think I said that because I wasn't sure if that was one. Dog what? Lead. Dog lead, Mike says. Dog bowl, Mike says. Thank you. Dog. Kennel. Kennel, I said that one too. Okay, time's up. Let's have a look. So we have dog house. I got that one. Dog days. Ah, there we go. It was right. Dog eared. Ah, dog eared. That's like a book can be dog eared if the corners have gone. Dog biscuit. Doggone. Doggone it. Dog food. Mike got that one. What's this one? Oh, dog eat dog. I thought it was dog cat dog. It's very hard to read through this red. Oh, it looks better like that. I should read it that way round. Oh, that's much better. Right, I'm going to carry reading that way. Dog eat dog, dog sled, dog tired, and dog collar. Well, it's easy that way. Maybe the light's just right on it. Oh, I'm going to do them that way now. Okay. Mike could be good at this one. Parts of a camera. Parts of a camera. Your time starts now. Shout out your answers. I wonder if you're keeping score or just having fun. Parts of a camera. Lens. Buttons. Focus. Flashlight or light bulb. You have to speak out. What? Old on you, doesn't matter. Shutter, strap, film carrier, film. Who? Strap. Case. You could always go on the live and type it in. Body, Mike says. What about like a steady? Is there a steady? Oh, what about tripod? I wonder if that would be in there. It is if it's put on it. Focus. I said focus. What's the like settings? Viewfinder. I hope you YouTubers are getting the answers to this. Cap release. Oh, shutter release. Oh, the lens cap, the cover. Of course, digital now. Batteries. Door, if there's a door. What about charger point? I don't know how old these questions are. Sockets. Okay, time's up. It was a bit harder. So we have, let's do it this way. Viewfinder, lens, shutter, neck strap, flash, rewind lever, film advance, shutter release, shutter speed, something, what does that say? Selector, and timer. Oh, timer. Timer. That was a bit trickier, that one. What's the time? Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Ooh, this is a good one. Housekeeping chores. Take that as you will. Housekeeping chores. And time begins. Dusting. Dust that mantelpiece. Sweeping. Vacuuming. Mopping. Washing. Washing up. Washing clothes. Laundry. Cooking. Gardening. weeding. It's not really in the house. Polishing. Ironing. We don't iron here. It's so hot here, you put clothes straight out from the washing on the line and they're all straight, no creases. Just general tidying, cleaning the oven. All things I don't do, I'm trying to list. Household chores. Housekeeping chores. Would that be like like the money, budgeting, writing a shopping list, shopping, cleaning the car. That's not really a household chore, is it? Yes, budgeting and writing list, like paying the bills, paying the staff wages, menu planning, cleaning the windows. That was from a previous answer, windows. It'd be like sorting the children out, helping with homework. These days it would be sorting out the family's YouTube, keeping up with the social media and answering comments. Booking appointments. So that could be like dentist and things like that, booking appointments. So paying the bills, didn't I? Because the old days you used to have to, at the end of the week or the month, go to all the outlets and do that. What about cleaning the shoes? I don't know. Let's have a look at the answers. Okay, so housekeeping chores. This would be interesting. I mean, you could be rural, couldn't you, and go and collect your honey from the bees and whatever. I wonder how many of these you actually do. Okay, let's see. Dusting. Good. Making the bed. Oh, Mike does that. Doing laundry. I got that one. Cleaning the bath. Oh, don't say cleaning the toilet, because Mike does that as well, bless him. We don't clean the bath ever. I don't have a bath. I don't have a shower. Washing the dishes. I said that one. Vacuuming. Taking out the rubbish. Oh, again, Mike does that because we don't have a rubbish collection here. So he has to drive in the car to take out rubbish to a point. Scrubbing the floor. I put mopping. Cleaning windows. I got that one. Polishing. I got that one. How many of those did you get? How many of those do you do? Ooh. That's a good question. How many do you actually do of those? Well, that was a bit of fun. Do you like that game? Sometimes I switch and do a different game. Sometimes I come back to this one. I think did I do it for a while and I did a different one? Sometimes I switch. So of all the games, let me know which ones you actually like best. That would be pretty cool. Let's do one more little catch up today. Okay, that probably played up a bit because I'm actually on another page now, so I apologise for that. I forget why something's playing. I can't do anything. So what am I doing? Why am I on another page? Dawn, what are you doing? Well, I'm on another page. Oops, excuse me. I have to put a stone on anything I put over there because I've got the fan on. Because I'm going on my channel and I see I'm live. Wow. What I'm going to do now is the shout outs for channels. And I think the fairest way of doing my shout out for channels is I go on recent videos and I see who's done a comment and then I shout out their channel. But of course, I'm not only going to or always go on the most recent one, because of course I've noticed some people know I do this and they'll just go on the one prior to my lives. So I'm not doing that now. So let's have a look. And this is my cleaning copper video. If you want to know how to clean copper, of course, frugally and easily, then this is a video for you. And the first shout out goes to Jeannie's Point, and she is actually one of my moderators. So hello, Jeannie. And I asked in the video, I said the ways I was going to do it. And I said, of course, there's many more ways. If you know another way, then please let me know, because let's put them in the chat and then in the comments, and then people can try other ideas. Jeannie says you can use tomato catsup, Americans call it. Ketchup is what the English call it. Just put it on with a paintbrush and leave for a few hours. Then just rub it off. Very nice pot. Thanks for sharing. So that's a great tip, Jeannie. Absolutely great tip. That would be a frugal tip if you make your own ketchup or catsup, because obviously a lot of people have a glut of tomatoes. So that would be a nice frugal way for that. Sharon Rowland says, oh, gorgeous pot, Dawn. Awesome job cleaning it, Dawn. Yes, that did take some muscle power, and I actually stopped halfway through and I came and did a live and I showed you all I had green fingers still, and don't say you should have worn gloves, because I have hand issues and I find any form of gloves actually makes it even more difficult for me to do anything. So I showed you my live, I had green fingernails, and I said, can you guess what I'm doing? It's not gardening, it's not painting, and it's not a craft, and nobody got it. Brian Low Hills Homestead says, I have a couple pots like that. They need cleaning as well. So thanks for sharing the information. That's a brilliant comment. I haven't replied to any of these because I hadn't actually seen them. As I say, I try not to sort of look first, so I'm just picking randomly. And Sharon's commented again, Sharon Rowland. She doesn't have a channel, so don't go looking for her channel. And she says, hey, Dawn, are you going to burn that pot? That's what my grandmother used to do. I wish I could give you a few of my cactus I've got to put in that pot. That's awesome, Sharon. That's really great. So I said I won't necessarily go on the most recent one. So let's pick a random video from my channel. Let's go on permanent new assistant at our homestead. And if you want to know what that's about, then you know what to do. Just click back a few videos on my channel. So we have Tony Rads commented. She said, oh, that's a nice helper. Good for you guys. Your pool looks lovely. Have a good evening. Go for a dip for me and maybe a glass of wine to go with it. Okay, sure will, Tony. And G Quad Traditions says, I love mail, hauls and unboxing from Auntie Ellen. That's not my auntie, by the way. And then we've got a new person on my channel, ePro Hoda, I think that says. New to your channel. Well, wow, awesome upload. Be well. So welcome to you. We have a comment from my home and dream garden. Looks good. It will last for a long time. I'm wondering if you need to exchange filters and that. And I have replied to that. So if you want the answer to that, have a look. Jeannie's Point's there again with thumbs up. And then we have another new viewer. I think that's Pong Na Gayen. Sorry for mispronunciation of that, because I believe she's from the Philippines. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think she's from the Philippines. I have a lot of Filipino viewers, and welcome to you all. I'm getting lots of new people from there, so thank you very much for that. And thank you, all of you who comment. I do read them all and I do answer them all. I haven't got around to the most recent ones because I've been working on my new live coming on my dance channel, hopefully on Friday. But do check out all those channels that I shouted out today. So I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to do, as we finish today, I always do my little quotes, and I'm just trying to remember what day it is to show you a quote. Wednesday. So we're finished today with my Wednesday quote and then my outro, which again always thanks you all immensely for supporting my channel. Don't forget to share.